This is Eagle Al, and today we're going to talk about Devonte Smith. We possibly got his asking price. Also, Nick Sirianni, coaches hanging out. And lastly, we're going to talk about Eddie Jackson. Will he possibly come to Philadelphia? But let's get straight into it. All right, man, let's get straight into the topics. Let's talk about Nick Sirianni first. Nick Sirianni, Vic Fangio, and Kellen Moore spotted at Geno's. They all took a picture. Nick Sirianni looked high as a kite. I know he always look high. His pictures are sad or look like he about to cry. He just got emotions when you taking pictures of Nick Sirianni. He either look sad, extremely happy, high. I don't know what be going on with Nick Sirianni, man, but he takes some weird pictures. But in all seriousness, it's good to see the guys hanging out. We know Nick Sirianni and Vic Fangio knew each other for a while because Vic Fangio was the senior assistant or something like that, or consultant with Jonathan Gannon. So we know them two. Kellen Moore and Nick Sirianni, I'm assuming they don't know each other that well because Kellen Moore was in Dallas, then Los Angeles. Now he's with Philadelphia. But we know the Eagles had their eye on Kellen Moore for a while. Remember, they interviewed him for a head coaching job before, didn't get it. I believe they gave it to Nick Sirianni. And I'm assuming the Eagles like his offensive scheme, probably just thought he wasn't ready to be a head coach just yet. We bring him in, and now he's here as the offensive play caller. But again, it's good to see these guys hang out, probably discuss the plan with the team, or it could just honestly be a PR stunt. It could just be a thing like, oh yeah, we all cool and happy, this and that. Could be PR, could be, well, we actually hanging out. And Vic Fangio, you're from Philly, man. Why Geno's? You're supposed to go somewhere else. You're supposed to go to one of the local spots, man. Why Geno's, man? That's the tourist. We really don't know the city type spot. Vic, you're from Philly, man. I know you know some good spots. But again, it's good to see these guys hang out. Now let's talk about Devonte Smith. Devonte Smith, we possibly got his asking price. We possibly got it. The reason why I say that is because Amon St. Brown. So him and the Lions are discussing their new deal, and it could be 25 million for 3 years. I believe Devonte Smith is going to ask for that, or maybe he take a small discount, maybe 22, because he's homegrown. He been drafted to the Philadelphia Eagles. Maybe he take 22, or maybe he actually get the 25. Um, if he want that, we should find a way to give it to him. Make sure the cap. I don't really care how much the players get paid, to be honest. It's the cap hit, so I really get worried about. Like Jalen Hurts getting a lot of money per year, but his cap hits are not too high, which is great. So Devonte Smith, give him whatever he want, long as them cap hits ain't too high. But I think 22 to 25 is something he should get paid because he deserves it. I mean, rookie year, he broke the rookie record far as in yards with the receivers. Second year, over 1,000 yards. Third year, over 1,000 yards. And that's your basically number two. We got to call a spade a spade. I know a lot of people don't like to say Devontae Smith is a number two because he's damn near number one on any other team. But AJ Brown is a different level. He's elite status, and Devontae Smith is a superstar, and he will hit elite status soon enough. Hell, some people think he's elite status now, but again, we got to call a spade a spade. He's a solid, a solid number two. Easy, easily a number one anywhere else. So 22 to 25 per year. Again, that sounds great, but not to go on a tangent about Hassan Reddick. That's why reports coming out Hassan Reddick want 25. I don't think the Eagles could simply do it. I just don't. You got two homegrown people, Landon Dickerson and Devontae Smith. I know I sound like a broken record. I've probably been saying this for the past two videos, or past three. You got those two coming up, and then Hassan Reddick, 29, want up to 25 million, which he deserves. I mean, he's a QB sack getter. I call him that. He know how to get after the QB. But I will ask this question. I've been saying this, and I see a lot of other people saying it too. Not saying they're getting it from me, but this is just observation. Hassan Reddick, to me, I won't call him simply just go get quarterback guy, but that's his specialty. But Vic Fangio, he want his outside linebackers not only to get the quarterback, but he want them to cover as well. And Hassan Reddick, I don't think he will fit the Vic Fangio scheme. Just my opinion. I don't think he'll fit it because they're going to ask him to drop in coverage. You know what we going to say? Why the hell are they dropping Hassan Reddick in coverage? But that's his scheme. You know, sometimes he like to drop them outside guys in coverage. I don't like it. I hate it. But Hassan Reddick just don't simply fit that. And now, say if we do get him like 20 to 22 million, we're gonna be like, yo, he's struggling because Vic Fangio's not using him right. Like this might be a win-win for both sides. Look, this could be a win-win. Hassan Reddick can go to another team, do what he's best at, and we can get some draft picks. But if you find a way to pay him, I don't want to see Hassan Reddick dropping in coverage. He got to go get the quarterback, but that's not Vic Fangio's scheme. But again, back to Devonte Smith, deserves every dollar. He deserves every dollar the Eagles will pay him. 22 to 25. If Amon St. Brown could get that, I believe him and Devonte Smith is on the same level. Devonte Smith should be able to get that. Just keeping it real. But all I am worried about is how this going to hit against the Cat. That's all I'm worried about. So we possibly going to have two 25 million a year wide receivers, which is nice. Or that mean we got some really good receivers. And hey, Howie, we possibly got to make it happen. Possibly got to make it happen. All right, so let's get into the last topic. I've been seeing this. Eddie Jackson was released from the Bears. They safety, all pro safety. I mean, Eddie Jackson, since he been in Chicago, I'll say probably the past 2 years or definitely last year. I won't say fell off a cliff, but you can see it's dwindling. And far as what I seen, sometimes I try to watch the fans' reactions when things like that happen. So I'm watching the Bears, watching the content creators, and what they are saying is that Eddie Jackson is not washed, but he's not the same All Pro. Like he can still play decent, but he's not the same All Pro. Not only that, he struggling to stay healthy, which comes with age. Let's call a spade a spade. And the ball hawking skills are going down. You got to remember, Eddie Jackson was really never the best tackler. For even what I seen, he was never the best tackler. And because he really can't tackle and the ball hawking skills and they owed him 15 million, it's like the Bears basically had no choice. Now Eddie Jackson is a Vic Fangio guy. Maybe he can, get back to that all pro level or superstar elite status under Vic Fangio. We will see if he come to Philadelphia, give him a cheap deal. But my opinion, I know every time I hear about a veteran safety, I just think you should keep the one you have. Of course, restructure his deal, Kevin Byard, but keep the one you have. I mean, Kevin Byard is not the best tackler. Eddie Jackson is not the best tackler. Both of them are dwindling down a little bit. That's okay. That comes with age. But if you're going to keep a veteran guy, you might as well keep the one you have in house. And I believe Kevin Byard is better than Eddie Jackson at this point. You don't want to just sign a bunch of older guys. Now, say if Kevin Byard's not trying to move off that contract, he want his money. Well, bring a veteran in. Because right now, who is it? Who are our safeties? Kevin Byard and Reed Blankenship. Sidney Brown is going to miss some time. And I actually want us to get really younger at the safety position. But if you're going to bring in a veteran, you might as well just keep the one you have. You're better off just keeping the one you have. Let Vic Fangio get Kevin Byard playing at a high level and see what he can do, man. Because Eddie Jackson is not the answer. He's not the answer. We got to get younger. How we got to start hitting on these draft picks. Hell, he might have to draft a safety early, that'd be the best option, in my opinion. But hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel about the news today? Eddie Jackson to Philadelphia, Devonte Smith, the coach is hanging out. What does this equal out, man?